So apathy is not one of those subjects we hear being discussed as frequently as the other emotions. Yet some of us would confess that there might have been times in our lives that we get that feeling of lack of motivation to do anything, or just don't care about what's going on around us. For some, it may be frequent, others, it might be seldom, and who knows, there may be someone now saying that they probably have never had that feeling as yet. Welcome back to our series on emotional mastery. Today is day number 6, and we're talking about the emotion called apathy. If you're new here, my name is Genese Smith, and I am a certified dream builder and transformational life coach. And I'm very passionate about helping individuals, especially women, step out in confidence, which may seem absent, especially after a very difficult time in life. And that is why this series is so important now, because we all go through difficulties one time or the other and need what I love to call a pick me up. I love those. And speaking of pick me up, remember to check the description below and look for the link on the free resource, 31 strategies to strengthen your self-confidence. So remember, you can find that link under the free resource and you will be asked to enter your email address to send the document. So let's look at apathy. Follow me really closely here, or else you'll miss the statement that I'm going to make. Apathy is where you end up when your get up and go got up and went. Get it? So if you're feeling kind of blah and without motivation, you've probably fallen into the world of apathy. When you think about apathy, you probably picture someone sitting and staring into space, right? This isn't entirely accurate. Apathy can show up itself in a loss of ambition and interest in things around you, but it goes deeper than this. Apathy is where your emotions go flat. You're not feeling anything much at all, which makes it a hard emotion to deal with, right? Because when you feel so flat, there's no joy, no interest, or anything else strong enough to steer you to action. You'll find you don't have a lot of motivation. And what makes apathy so hard is this distinct lack of interest, which can also be symptomatic of other issues, such as being exhausted or ill or depressed. So if you feel apathetic, it's not a bad idea just to consult a medical professional to rule out some other problem. So you want to know, how does apathy hold you back? Apathy can actually ruin your ambition, but how else does it affect you though? Physically, there aren't many physical symptoms of apathy aside from this intense lack of energy. But it's time for you to be concerned if someone is so apathetic that their self-care goes out through the window. And you know, as I think about that, the first thing that came to my mind, given my nursing background and working with different persons, is dementia. Because oftentimes, person with dementia will show signs of apathy, which, as it deteriorates, you see where their self-care is affected. And we know that when there is a reluctance to take care of ourselves, say poor diet, this can lead to other health problems once it continues and it remains unchecked. Emotionally, we can see that extreme loss of interest in the world around you, and this flat emotion state can be so hard to cope with and can lead to depression. So when there are lesser degrees of apathy, then you will see a lack of desire to get out and do new things. And this can definitely affect and impact your creativity and even your ability to think and pursue your own goals. I know this will not come as a surprise to you, that for sure apathy will result in a lack of progress in your life, right? Which can in turn, it does spiral to further more into more depression. Socially, apathy can keep you away from others. But with apathy, you don't feel like you want to be with them. Whereas when other emotions are interfering with your joy in life, you may still feel the urge to connect. So the effect of apathy can ruin your productivity. So of course it's going to put your job on the line, especially if it continues for a long time. So when we look at relationship, apathy will keep you from spending time with those you really care about. And so you risk disconnecting with them. And I would call apathy a relationship ender, romantically as well, because it can be a relationship ender. So when you're apathetic, you're too distant for intimacy, and your partner will interpret your apathy as being uninterested in them. And that is why I love to say things are not always as they appear. So ask the question, don't assume, because oftentimes something else is going on. So it's time to look at 3 steps to deal with apathy, because we really want to crush this. So first, you need to define the cause. Where did this bout of apathy come from? You'll be better able to deal with your apathy if you can get to the root cause. So go back over your recent life events. At what point did you start to lose interest in things? What happened before this loss of interest? And it will take a bit of exploring. So take your time. Don't rush. Don't be in a rush. The second thing you want to do is to create an action plan. I love action plans. So you can only beat apathy with action. So while it might seem hard, you're going to have to start nudging yourself back into action. Start small. Know this, tiny goals will be easier to achieve, and that will help to create that momentum as you work your way up to bigger things. So start with the basics such as self-care, shower, brush your teeth, and eventually just make a point of getting out of the house. And the last thing is do. Action plans are useless without action. So do the next thing on your list. Celebrate the accomplishment. Repeat. You know, Jane Goodall said that the greatest danger to our future is apathy. What do you think about that statement? You know, I'm always asking you what you think. So I know it is something that you're always expecting at one point in my talk, right? So please leave your comments below and invite a friend to subscribe. And even invite them to get the 31 strategies to strengthen your self-confidence in the comments below. So I should say in the description below. So go ahead, don't be afraid. It's my gift to you. And if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. Click that subscribe button. And I will see you in our next talk when I talk about despair. Okay.